this video, we're going to talk about 7 things I learned from being around rich and affluent people. I'm going to do this in several parts series. I guess it's part 1. Throughout my life, I've had the unique opportunities to be placed strategically around affluent people, and I believe that there are things that we could take away from the way that they process and do things than the way that we may traditionally view or do things in a natural way, so that we can get the same results that they have in their lives. And for those of you guys who are in the comment section who want to leave comments about life is more important than being rich, of course, there are more important things in life than being rich. One of the things that I do want to point out, though, is where we're headed in society right now. There is a large gap between the haves and the have-nots, and the writing is on the wall. Being a part of the have-nots is not where anyone wants to be, and I think it's only going to get worse. And so I think it's in the best interest of everybody involved to be able to create a level of influence, create a level of affluence that provides them a life where they have freedom to make choices and make options. And so my content, some of the things I'm going to be sharing with you guys moving forward, is going to be about some of the things I'm picking up from just being around other rich and successful people. And I hope that some of these things can add value to your life in some type of way. All right, so this is part 1. These things are going to be obviously in no particular order. I'm right now doing a walk, and yeah, let's just start with that. Some of the most successful people that God has given me the fortune and opportunity to be around, is the first thing that they do that's differently than the average person is they understand that there's a direct correlation between their physiology and their finances. That they understand that all things in life are connected in some type of way. And so this is usually why, like, if you go to an affluent neighborhood, you drive around, you walk around, you're going to see people running, you're going to see people jogging, you're going to see people working on their physical fitness. They're doing something to change their physiology, doing something to change their physical state. And this shows up in different ways. Number one way I think it shows up is it gives them mental fortitude to war in business and to war at work, because creating wealth is a battle, right? There's so many systems designed to keep all of us stuck, and so entering into the field of wealth, it's a battle. So that's the first thing: change the physical state. Second thing that I would say that I'm learning from affluent people is they understand the value of being connected to other affluent people. That's why you see, all these different, gated communities, subdivisions where things are divided between classes. They understand that there's power in proximity of being close to other people who have the same level of resources or more. For this one particular thing is that the Bible tells us, and life tells us, and everything around us lets us see and examine that there's going to be good days and there's going to be bad days for everybody. So who's going to be there for you when there's a bad day? Who's going to be there for you when there's a down season or downturn, right? If you have 50 people in your network who are all millionaires, and if there's a market downturn and financial crisis, and let's say 30 of you guys lose your wealth, right? There's still 20 of you guys who are still millionaires. There's still 20 of you guys who can help support and redistribute funds to get everybody else back in their place. And so this is one of the reasons why I see a lot of affluent people are connected with other affluent people. It's almost like a defense. So that's number two. Number three thing that I learned from successful people who are success in the area of finances is that they understand that creating linear based income, basically working for money, where you're trading your time for money, can only scale you to a certain degree, right? There's obviously people who make high incomes, high salaries, but every single person that I know that has a net worth of over $1 million plus, that's not tied in their home, they all have ways they're creating income outside of their traditional job. So even if they have a traditional job or a corporate job, they still have other means that's creating passive income for themselves while they're doing the active work. All right. So number four thing that I'm learning right now from some of the most affluent people that I know is this one particular thing, is that they're very generous. Generous in the causes and the missions that they support. Generous in finding opportunities where their skills, talents, and resources can impact the most amount of people possible, because they know that one thing that will always be true is the universal principle of sowing and reaping. That if they put out enough good at scale, enough good will come back to them. All right. I believe we're on number five. The fifth thing that I'm learning from the richest people that I know right now, in some of my direct mentorships and accountability with some of these people, is that they all play their own unique game. Nobody's trying to necessarily do what the other one is doing. They all are focused on their projects. They are all focused in doing the 2 to 3 things that they are absolutely best at, and spending 100% of their time in those particular lanes and activities. They're not trying to, be something they're not. That they're showing up in an authentic way that best maximizes and leverages the skills and assets that they have currently. So we're at number 6. I think 6 is going to be an important one. Obviously, in a spiritual sense, 6 deals with men. So I'll use this connection. All of the richest people that I know understand how to leverage people as assets. Now, this could sound crazy in a way, but what I mean is, let's say that they own a business, they understand how to put people in position to do the best thing that they can do, right? So if you have a particular skill set, a particular thing that you're good at, successful people, they hire the best people who are the best in their field to do that thing for them. Right now we're seeing in the tech community right now, Mark Zuckerberg is handing out $100 million bounties to collect and acquire the best talent from companies like OpenAI. And it's all for a reason, because he understands, like, if he gives them the opportunity, the capital, the leverage to integrate into the Facebook systems, that $100 million investment, over the course of 3 years, is going to turn into billions of dollars, because a person who operates at the highest level is not usually 1 times better than the next person. Usually it's like degrees of magnitude better than other people as in terms of the output that they produce, right? So the top AI coders and developers are like 10,000 times better than somebody who's just getting started. And so they should be paid accordingly, all right? And so the 7th thing that I learned from some of the most successful, richest, financially prosperous people is something that I've struggled with, is that they understand that there is a connection between the speed in which they get an idea to when they actually deploy the idea. And so that the sooner that they can take action on an idea, because they understand that ideas are not always 100% tied to people, like that God is dispersing ideas in society, and other people have access to the same information, the same opportunities that you do, that whoever gets there first is the one who's going to succeed. Whoever gets there first is the one who's going to make the most amount of noise and actually create the biggest opportunity to create wealth. And so this is part one. I'm going to keep doing these series about things that I'm learning from being around rich and affluent people who are prospering in the area of finances. I believe God is giving me a mission to not only share these different things that I'm learning about wealth accumulation and acquisition with as many people as humanly possible, but to usher in a move of people who are going to help finance projects for the kingdom of God. And so if this video helps you in some type of way, do me a huge favor, like this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, make sure you check out the links in the description. We have 2 projects that we're working on right now. Number 1 is our all access vault, where every time I produce a new training, every time that I get something that's valuable that I'm learning and I believe can impact your life or your business, I'm going to be putting it inside the vault. And so even these private conversations that I'm having with millionaires and billionaires, I'm going to be putting them inside the vault, as well as we have our Kingdom Builders Accelerator, again, for high-level entrepreneurs who are looking to grow and scale their wealth in 2025 and beyond. And so check out the links in the description, like the video if it resonated with you. I'll be back with more videos in this particular series. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything, you took anything away. God bless you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.